this one. Okay, so it's 2 o'clock, so I'm gonna start. My name is Jonas. I'm the trade ambassador for Bacardi Malaysia. And we've been doing a few sessions, if you've been tuning in, on different spirits like gin and Bombay Sapphire, rum and Bacardi, tequila and Patron and things like that. I did a syrups and infusion session last week, not this week, last week, which was 2 weeks ago, I can't really remember. All the weeks just like blend into one. But now I'm doing, this is the second session on cocktails you can do at home without any proper like bartending equipment, like super easy cocktails, but super yummy. So last session was last Tuesday. And we did a few cool cocktails. This session will be a few different cocktails. I got a few requests to do cocktails on this session, which is really cool. So I'm gonna do 2 of these cocktails are actually requests. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Hey Trevor, how are you? All good? Glad you joined again, yeah? Alright guys, so the first cocktail, like last time, we're gonna do a sharing cocktail. Last time we did a dark and stormy style variation sharing drink, but today we're gonna do, because I got a request to do this, we're gonna do a drink with coconut water as a sharing. So, not this one. So if you don't have like big, decanters and everything at home, you probably have something like this that you can make it in. So we take a nice big jug. We take Bacardi Carta Blanca, and if you're a bartender, you probably have one of these nice jiggers that you can use to spell out the mLs or the ounces. If you don't have that, don't fret. What you probably all have is a nice shot glass. This shot glass is from Romania, which is braided with some flowers on the side, very nice. And this shot glass is also exactly 30 mils or about 1 ounce. So for this drink, we're gonna do 120 mils. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. There's 4 shots of these. Last time I over counted and did too much. So, but hey, life. So we're gonna do 4 shots of Bacardi Carta Blanca. And again, I have a really hard time talking when I do this. Yeah, bad at multitasking, I guess, even though I bartend. Oh well. There we go. So there's 4 shots of Bacardi Carta Blanca. Hey Nicholas, how are you? Hi Sarah. Hey guys, it's a very good gang today. Alright, so we put the Bacardi Carta Blanca. If you don't have Bacardi Carta Blanca, like Carta Oro or Quattro also works really well. It's going to change the flavor of the drink a little bit into, so the Carta Blanca gives you a more emphasis on the floral notes and the fruity notes, where if you use an old age statement or a more darker one, it's going to give more backbone and robust oaky flavors. But it all depends on what you kind of want. So originally I was going to do lime for this one, but everywhere outside is out of lime, so I can't get any lime, so I'm going to put some lemons. So just cut 1 lemon like this into 4 quarters, well obviously 4 because quarters, and you squeeze this in like this. Does anyone else have any problems getting ingredients for your home now in the lockdowns? It is happy hour somewhere, yes. Well, it's always happy hour when you and me are around, Nico. So, now we put some lemon in here. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take fresh coconut water and see if I don't edge this up. Like that. And we're gonna top that up with the other part of cold green tea. So we're going to do this as a coconut green tea mixing cocktail, which makes really well for fresh, hot days, and it's super easy to do at home. All you need is green tea you have in your cupboard probably, coconut you can get anywhere, at least if you're in Asia, lemon super easy, rum super easy, so it's super fresh and super easy to do. And I said super like 15 times there. So now I put the lemon, the green tea and the coconut. What you can do is this drink lends itself really well to experimentation and doing different things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a few slices of green apple into this drink, mainly because I like to eat the green apples afterwards when they've soaked in all the alcohol and the flavor, and that's really tasty. So like that. So without further ado, the only thing to do is to fill this up with a bit of ice. That. Look at that beauty, Ah! Hey guys. Yes. Alright guys, so now I've done this, so the drink is here all the way to the top, all the way to the brim. The last thing I need to do is obviously I need to stir this around, because the drink, you have all the alcohol on the bottom and then you have like everything mixed up, so as you drink it, the first person is just going to get coconut water and green tea, and the lucky person at the bottom is going to get the rum. So what I'm going to do is, if you're a bartender, you probably have one of these. If you're not, you might have an extendable spoon. If you don't have an extendable spoon, you probably have a metal straw that most people have today. So what you do is you take it in here and you just give an upwards and downwards motion to make the drink go up and down to mix. Give it a nice taste. You take your glass and you got your Bacardi, coconut water, green tea drink. That's amazing. Now, if you want a little bit more backbone into this drink, because the Carta Blanca is quite bright and all the bright flavors, you can add a little bit of dark sugar. So you can have dark molasses sugar or dark or demerara sugar. The darker the sugar, obviously the more robust and heavy the flavor gets. So you kind of have to experiment what you want there. But if not, the drink is very, very nice on its own. The coconut water stands really, really good with the rum. So yeah, the next drink I'm gonna make. Yes, you should try this. It's very, very easy. And honestly, if you don't have anything else, just rum and coconut water is godsend. Like, it's so, so beautiful. Anyway, so the next drink I'm gonna make is I'm going to make a flavored daiquiri. Now, daiquiris, obviously, you know, most bartenders use these beautiful tools. If you don't have these shakers at home, I recommend you get them. They're really, really useful. The way you use them is you just put the drink and the ice in one part, do this, hit it, and you shake. When you want to open, you just make sure that you see this area here, which is a little bit of a gap. That's where you hit, and it will shake loose, and you can have your drink. However, if you don't have one of these, you probably have a water bottle or even a mason jar of some sort, and these things work really, really well to shake drinks as well. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a template to make a flavored daiquiri. So what I'm going to make is a Parisian daiquiri. A Parisian daiquiri is with Saint Germain elderflower liqueur, which is a beautiful, beautiful elderflower liqueur. If you haven't tried it, I really recommend you to do that. If you don't have that, you can substitute it with any fruit liqueur like strawberry, peach, or whatever. But this is a very, very big beauty. So for this one, we're going to do a shot and a half of Bacardi de Carta Blanca again. So we do 30 ml, because 30 ml, and then half a shot glass. It's about, okay, a little bit more than a half, but it's okay, it's Friday, yeah? Like that. We do 3/4 of an ounce or 3/4 of a shot glass, as it stands, of Saint Germain or any fruit liqueur that you have at home. Again, a little bit too much. There you go. Bash that in there. It's a beautiful thing. I want an ice supply like yours. Look, my ice supply is, the ice program in my house is terrible. So like, I have my freezer and I just like bash all the ice in I can. Like, and just have like a bucket that I keep refilling just in case. But the Jonas ice program is not as cool as you might want. I should probably get on that a little bit more. Cool. So now we need some lime juice for this one. So we've done a shot and a half, so 45 ml of Carta Blanca, 3/4 of a shot of Saint Germain. So I did not mention earlier that I don't have any lime juice. I did manage to find this bottle of lime juice as a backup. It is 100% lime juice, but obviously I prefer it fresh. It's better, but it's a lockdown, and if you can't get lime, you have to resort to these methods. So what you do is you take another 3/4 of a shot of lime juice, and this is just dashing out, so it's really annoying. So it's equal amount Saint Germain or fruit liqueur to your lime. What you do after that is you take a little bit of sugar syrup. Now, sugar syrup, if you don't know, is essentially just water with sugar, equal parts to mix together. The only reason I do it like this instead of having normal sugar is because it mixes much better in the drink and it's just more uniform flavor. If you want to use normal sugar, use 2 teaspoons in there, you're fine. So for this, we're going to use half a shot glass because the liqueur is already quite sweet. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put ice into our water bottle and into our glass, and then so obviously traditionally a daiquiri and a Parisian daiquiri specifically is in a coupette or a martini glass. I don't have any at home because I've broken them all. I'm quite clumsy, but this works really well as well. So you just close it like this, and wish me good luck, because the first time I did this with another water bottle, I broke the back and I sprayed water or whiskey sour all over me. So we probably don't want to see that happen, or you probably don't. No, I don't. Here we go. So yeah, it doesn't really matter how it looks when you shake, as long as you get that ice and drink moving in and out, in and out. And one of the benefits of having a water bottle is that it has a natural strainer here. So all you need to do is take off the lid, pour this drink into this glass. There we go. And we have a nice Parisian daiquiri. No, that is beautiful. I'm saving that one for later. So yeah, to recap, a shot glass and a half of white rum. You can use darker rum if you want, like the Bacardi Oro or Quattro. It's going to change the drink a little bit, so it's going to give it more of a backbone with more oaky notes and everything like that. Whereas the Carta Blanca gives the Saint Germain and the citrus a little bit more time to shine. They're both equally amazing. It's just a little bit different in terms of what you want with your drink. Jonas shakes like Thor. Ah, well, thank you very much. Alright, so that is the two first drinks. So we made a sharing style drink, we made a Parisian daiquiri, and the third drink I'm going to make is a style of, it's a sturdy drink. And this drink, actually, I was asked after the last session on what can I make with my coffee liqueur. And if you guys have a bottle of coffee liqueur like Mr. Black or Kahlua at home, this is an old-fashioned style drink you can make, which is very, very nice. If you don't have a stirring glass, like most bartenders do, anything like this, like a cook with, works really well. It's essentially the same principle, it just doesn't look as flashy. Also, if you want to make this drink and you don't have any coffee liqueur, it's really easy to make at home. It's obviously not going to taste exactly the same, but you get instant coffee, like, well, I don't know where I put mine now. Instant coffee. Do a very, very strong instant coffee, black. And you do that equal amounts with premium vodka, so like Grey Goose or something like that. Instant coffee and sugar. So instant coffee, sugar, and vodka. You put all that in a canister. You muddle in 3 sliced orange peels into it, and you put it in the fridge overnight, and bam, comes out a homemade coffee liqueur that has like a hint of orange, which is very, very beautiful. But the reason we're doing this drink is because a few of you have coffee liqueurs at home, you don't really know what to do with it, so this is for you. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our Bacardi 8, our Bacardi Ocho, and I drank my bigger bottle, so I'm going to go into my small private stash. And yeah, this is 2 shots. I'm going to wash this first. This is going to be 2 shots or 60 ml of Ocho. So it's 2 of these shot glasses, or a nice big full of this if you have that. If not, just a regular shot glass is fine. So we're going to do 2 of this. Sorry, for this one, 1.5. 1.5 of this. So like that, and just an extra dash just for Jonas. You know. As such. What we're going to do later is going to take half a shot of coffee liqueur. Like that. Put that in there as well. Nice and easy. Take our glass. What can I make if I have a bowl of... Just mix it all together, man. It'll be amazing. So yeah, the next thing we need is some bitters. Usually this will be made with Angostura bitters. I don't have that at my house. I have only chocolate bitters. If you don't have any bitters at all, this drink you can make it without bitters, but I would recommend you getting some. If you can't find any, you can make your own bitters at home. You take some nice vodka or dark rum, and you infuse that with spices like cloves, cinnamon, orange peels and stuff. overnight or for 24 hours until you get your desired flavor. And you can play around with the sugars and the spices and everything as well. And then you use that as a bitter. But if you can get some bitters, that would be amazing, because it will elevate your botany game. What about that? So we're going to do 2 dashes of bitters, homemade bitters, store-bought bitters, or anything. It doesn't really matter. We are going to put some ice in here. And for you that thought I had a good ice program, you would laugh if you see how my ice program looks down here actually. So yeah, we'll take like a spoon or something and just stir this around. So you don't have to have a fancy spoon. Any chopstick, straw, even an extendable spoon works really well to stir, as long as you stir it around and get the dilution going. So like that. You stir it around. If you have better ice than I do, you can stir for a little bit longer and get the dilution and get the drink really cold. My ice is not so good, so it melts really fast, so I don't want it to become too watery. So that's why I'm not stirring it for so long. Putting this in here. And then we can just take this, put some on the top, and just strain this into your rocks glass. Like that. And now we got a nice coffee liqueur Bacardi 8 old-fashioned style drink with a bit of chocolate that you can do at home. It's an easy recipe to play around with as well. So like if you don't have bitters, you can substitute for like a herbal liqueur or something, but just a few dashes. And if you don't have coffee liqueur, you can just do a pure old-fashioned or anything. All these drinks are quite well to place quite well with experimentation. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. So guys, that is my 3 drinks. Do you guys have any questions to me at this point on any drinks, what you can do at home, how to if you have an ingredient at home, how you can use it, or any questions at all regarding cocktails? Let's see here. It takes a little time for this one to pop up with the answer, so I'll just stand here awkwardly for a little bit and see if there's any questions for another 2-3 minutes. After that, I will give you back to your Friday. I can't decide which one I like more, the Parisian Daiquiri or the coffee old fashioned, but they're both really well good in their own senses. Okay. So yeah, so Saint Germain, amazing elderflower liqueur from France. The good thing about this liqueur is that it doesn't, if you leave it in the fridge or if you have it out, like the color will change a little bit, but because of the alcohol and the sugar in it, like it won't go bad as such. It will mature and it will oxidize and the flavor will change, but it won't be bad. So it will just change. So it's it's a good investment to have for a longer time as well. Bacardi Carta Blanca. Make a pandan drink. I wish I could make a pandan drink. I don't have any pandan at home. Yeah, I don't have any pandan at home. I do have this Bundaberg tropical mango drink, which looks amazing. But I don't have any pandan, unfortunately. Just like last time, you're shouting at me doing some cocktails. I'm just at home. I don't have all the things, unfortunately. Hey, Boat, how are you? All good? All right, guys. That is my 3 drinks. There seems to be no more questions, so I'm going to leave this to you guys. I would say happy Friday. Stay at home, stay safe, stay quarantined, and drink well. If you have any questions about drinks or anything, just DM me in my Instagram. My Instagram is I am Jonas Ax, as you probably know because you're following me. So yeah, please just shoot the questions. For next week, we're switching things up a little bit, so I'm going to interview a few people. On Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, so I'm interviewing Josh from Junglebird here about rum cocktails and a few things like that. I'm interviewing Divi from Junglebird on the Thursday as well. It's kind of same subject but a different view on things. And on Wednesday I'm interviewing Ashish from Barcelona and Four Seasons on honey, all the applications of honey in cocktails and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a different format for next week, but it's going to be awesome. So please do check that out.